Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Kettle Falls. This is The Sims 2 with all expansion and stuff packs, and this is our neighborhood, Kettle Falls. And in the last episode, in the last episode, we were here in the Sloan townhouse. And in between episodes here, I've been uploading episodes with some days in between to give me a lot of time to do the next stage of the hood building, which I have finished. I have been very busy doing this. And I'm particularly pleased because I've mentioned before that I am not a good builder. So, keeping that in mind, the fact that I was able to finish these lots is kind of joyful, to be honest. All right, so in this townhouse live the Sloan sisters, who we have visited. And I mentioned that they were going to buy or start a clothes shop, and then I think I mentioned also a gym. One sister was going to own a gym and one sister was going to own a clothes shop. So I knew that I needed to actually create these lots. And I have had these lots open blank for a while. And I have now filled them up with lots, and I'm really pleased. Also, I have taken from Akenthop, and I need to change the name. I should do that right now. I've taken from Akenthop the Commons. And we'll change that now to Kettle Falls. This is a lot that if you've watched my Akenthop series, you've seen it already. But I wanted something that would be, basically like a central park, central gathering station. I love this lot. I started to look for other lots, and I said, I love this other one so much. I think I'd just use it again. So I did. Let's go over here and take a look. We're going to be taking a neighborhood tour, or a lot tour, of these new lots. There are 4 new lots to tour in this episode, and these are Parkside, left, middle, central, and right. This is our new town hall. And finally, over here is a little schoolhouse. Yay! So, let's go from Parkside left here, because this is the lot we're going to see first. And my husband always finds it very amusing that these chimneys are on fire. It gives me my effect of having this, which I love. And since I normally don't go too close to the lots, I normally don't notice it. Like over here, here's another one. But it does look a bit like our chimney's on fire. Oh, not a bit, like a lot. Basically, there's our chimney our chimneys are burning. Anyway, let's go into Parkside left, and I will show you these new lots. Behind this large tree over here is our new lot. So this lot took some doing. This was actually the 3rd version of it. I needed to use the constrained floor elevation cheat, which I've never really used before, and get my head around that. So that was not fun. That was not fun at all. But this, let me show you. We'll start with work from the top down. So up here, these pieces here were essential to making these buildings look like what I wanted. They're actually half size, half height apartment life roofs. They're available from Mod The Sims, and I tried the full height ones. They just didn't look right. I wanted something that it had a very specific type of look. What I do before I start building is I gather inspiration photos. So over here is my inspiration folder for Kettle Falls, for the different buildings I've been working on. This was the first one I started with, and I really liked this look of these buildings kind of close together, and I wanted something similar, buildings that were right up next to each other, but were very different in look. Here is another one that I used. I just searched for like little village street or village shop doll houses, because I figured that the kind of quaintness I was going for would probably be in the dollhouse community. And there's another one here. It's very small. Let me see if I can get it a little bit bigger. There we go. So here's another one that had a similar kind of vibe as to what I was going for. So this is what I came up with, and let me make this extra large so we don't get the tree in our face right now. This is the new gym, and this is the new clothing store. I also had another idea when I was trying to think of signs. I was looking around for signs. Let's see if I can see something in my inspiration folder. I don't know if I saved anything. No, I didn't. But I was looking for signs that, I was thinking of Simlish. One of the things I don't want in my game is to have any English or any non-Simlish in the game. So I wanted to have something that was like maybe an image depicting what the lot was. And I got that idea from Googling around for signs, and it turns out in colonial times, a lot of people could not read. So rather than, so what they would have in their shops, let's say the blacksmith would have a picture of an anvil, or the bar might have the picture of a mug, or the cobbler had a picture of a shoe over the door. And that gave me the idea to do something similar for my business lots. So these are the signs I'm using. I made them all myself. These are all the signs I've made thus far. And this shows some of the lots that are going to be coming up here. And I just love the way it turned out. So let's go down, take a little quick tour. These lots are 1x2 lots. And I was amazed that I was able to squeeze as much as I could into these lots. Over here, I'm going to move the camera kind of slowly, little drink bar over there. Up here, a Renew You, and a tiny bathroom, a little ballet bar, and some of these fantastic mats that, oops, I'm trying to get that out of the way. Move out of the way. Drive me nuts. Down you go. Okay, oh, and by the way, I have up here to remind me, I want to thank Evil Child for giving me the idea to put a ladder up in the Sloan townhouse in the last episode. So I want to thank Evil Child for that. And I also want to thank James Cooper. He gave me the idea of downloading this mod for colorful seasons icons. You'll see it when we go back out into the hood. So thank you very much, James, for that mod. So anyway, my idea was to have classes up here. And the way that I'm doing that is that when a class is in session, the owner will just put some of these items in her inventory. This mat, the Perfectly Silent Exercise Mat, is by Nivis, Nivis, at Nixt Sims. And this is great because it allows your sim to work out without having to have a television or a radio on, which is great. So that's basically our tiny little gym. I want to warn you that if you run over here and grab these half walls, I wanted to have walls. These are actually, let me show you. So can I do it? This is actually a wall. Very hard to grab. There. That's a wall. So you can see how the sunlight has come in now. I wanted this to be an enclosed space. So I had to lower these walls to half size using the constrained floor elevation sheet. You don't have to do that, but I found it very helpful for me to be able to place things, is to have a wall going along the inside so I could see exactly where I needed to place them. These are very useful, and I've been using them all over the hood. I just downloaded them. They're dormers, and they are from, darn it. Let's see here. Let's do a quick lookie, because I said darn it because I was hoping that it would be in the, let's see, under build collections. Nope. I have one other place I would look for that. Here? Nope. It's from a forum. Hold on a second, I'm going to pause so I can look it up for you. I was really close. I had it under roofing. I looked first in build collections. It's under roofing. Because that makes sense, because it's roof stuff. Anyway, it's from a Patchwork Sims 2. That is a site that is, I believe, German. So but I was able to figure it out fairly easily, and it had pictures to show you, and I also used Google Translate to help me, and luckily, thank God, you do not have to be a member, because otherwise I would have been lost. But they have these dormers, which are wonderful. Here's a picture of them, and these are the ones we're looking at here. And I have found them so useful for giving that extra touch to a building. This is the Thorpe build set, another set that I've just recently acquired, and it is so good. Particularly, look at that lower dormer window just made this whole building. If you don't have the right set for the building, I ran into that several times with this building process, is having to quit and go find the thing I was looking for that made was just the exact thing I needed. Okay, so let's see. This is just a little simple clothing store. I don't think I'm gonna have too much else in here. Just maybe some shelving along the wall here, some very small shelving to put clothes items on, and that's this lot. So I'm gonna go out to the next lot. Oh, one more thing. These chimneys. I'm going to go out to the next lot, but before I do that, let me show you this chimney set. It's by Rainus. I've been talking to Rainus recently because I've had questions. Like, for example, I was trying to figure out how to get this chimney to sit on top of this chimney. For some reason, it just, in my mind, I thought they would stack, but they don't. So I had to actually break down and ask her. And it turns out they don't stack, but I put it on top of a OMSP and got the look I was going for. I wanted each of these buildings to have chimneys, but this one just really was so small that there really was no reasonable place. I was putting that one from Pets, that little, let me see here. You probably know what I'm talking about. This one here. I was using this one. But this is so small. This lot is so small, this little store, that I just thought I'm not going to do anything that's going to make it hard for people to be able to do their shopping. I'm probably going to end up moving this down this way a little bit more, because you want to give as much room as possible for Sims to line up and pay for their purchases. It's going to be interesting to see how this lot runs with two different themes. I've never had two different stores on one lot, and see how things work out. Okay, let's head over to the next lot. All right, this is the town hall. This lot was the second version of this lot. I tried another look and didn't like it, and it wasn't built well and didn't look like what I wanted. So I scrapped it and started over. I had a lot of frustrated nights doing these buildings because I was trying very hard to get a look that I wanted, and I didn't have the skills. So I had to just keep scrapping and starting over. Okay, so let me go back to oops, let's see here. There we go. Okay, so this lot I had another very specific idea for, and this is a good example. This is a building in Illinois that I happened to stumble across while I was looking for buildings, and this is just exactly the type of look I wanted for the town hall. This is another look of that. There's a little side room here that I added in. And in order to achieve this particular, and also here was my starting point. So in order to achieve this look, I needed to download content that would fit the look. Here was another inspiration photo. I love that roof line there. And there was one more in here. Here it is. So these all had, the kind of look that I wanted to have it, excuse me, let's try English, to have the look I wanted to have, but also I wanted something that was really simple, not too much adornment. And so this was basically the shape. Starting from the top, this roof set, thank goodness for custom content creators. This is the Mighty Mansard set. It is, yes, it's by Crisps and Kerosene, which is such an interesting name. Crisps and Kerosene, I'll say C and K for now. C and K, she does a lot of conversions of Sims 3 and Sims 4 things to Sims 2. And I am so glad she does. So this set, and you can see there's a lot of pieces to it. It looks great for this particular lot, the look I was going for. Coming down to the ground floor, there's a little entry hallway here, community board. Eventually I'll have something here, not sure what, maybe the local newspaper, not sure. I first had this set up to be a courtroom. However, I realized that without a police station yet, there's really not any way to kind of try cases. And also, I felt like that was something that would come about later on in the hood. There's just not, we have what, less than 15 Sims in this hood? There's not enough to really fuel a court system. So I took that out and decided to make this the library because I knew we would need a library, and this seemed like a great place to do it. So this is basically our local library. Over here, you'll see these homework mats. I'm not sure if this will work, but I'm pretty sure it will. That you can, I can generate homework for students, have them come to the library, generate homework, and they will finish their homework and it will apply to their grade. I do have a skilling mod in that allows you to skill on community lots. But in theory, that should work. Let me know if you've tried it. This homework is from the Sim Logical School mod. This clock I want to give another shout out to Rainus. this is part of her clock set. She has a complete clock set, table clocks, wall clocks, and grandfather clocks. They're fantastic. Let me show you. She did a stellar job on this set. Knocked it right out of the park. So, for example, here's and these are, oh, by the way, these are all animated. All of them animated. So they keep real sim time, and they're, the little gong here in the bottom moves and everything. So you can head over, just Google Rayness, I'm saying RAY, N as in Nancy, USS, Sam. Okay, so library on the first floor. This is the Elder Council quarters, where they will, I just know these chairs are clipping, where this is where our seat of government is, on the top floor. There is a newspaper. I will have a newspaper in this town. I love having newspapers in my Sims towns. They create all kinds of extra fun drama and storytelling possibilities. So that's the little newspaper office. This is just a little cafeteria using Sim wardrobes, automatic buffets. What are these called again? I've had them in for so many years. Automatic buffet table. So it allows you to serve food and charge for it. Just a little sink area over here. Little bathroom in here. I like how this bathroom came out. Simple with my constantly used toilet roll paper. Up here is actually a whole third floor. And I just don't have a use for it, so I'm keeping it empty for now. Town clock, which does keep the real time. And the signs for this building are library, seat of government, and also that could stand for courthouse as well too. And then cafe for the food. So, and also these busts are really fun, and I consider these to be the founders. One of you, I will have to remember. It will take me ages to remember. But anyway, one of you told me, gave a little story that I thanked you for already on air, for the founders and who they were in Kettle Falls. This statue over here, I think, is also the same woman that is in our famous Hood statue all the way over, there. I think it was Eloise Kettle, I think it was. Yes. I will look it up. So, in any case, this is just the back area. And it's my way that I normally put my trees in the back far corners as a kind of a place to go and sit down on a bench and whatnot. But I never like trees up in the front because I can't see. All right, that's this lot. Let's head off to lot. This is Parkside, right? Let's head off there. This is our bakery and coffee house. It's also a bookstore. This lot, I keep starting from the bottom, but I mean to start from the top. This lot uses the same roof that I used over here in the gym. And it just occurred to me that I did not put in, I don't know if it needs it though. We'll see. But anyway, any of those roof dormers that I was just showing you about. So I'm not sure if this roof line really needs it. We'll see. So this is a very simple lot. I put this here just on a whim. I wanted something to give me a more interesting roof line. This is also from the forum I just told you about, which now I have to go back and find. Oh, I'm so grateful that I'm somewhat organized over the years with the patchwork Sims 2. This is also part of theirs. It's a steeples and cupolas right here. And I grabbed the steeples, even though I already have a steeple, because heck, you never know when you might need more. Here are some interesting cupolas, and here are the ones that I'm using. And I grabbed them immediately because I thought this is going to be perfect for the school. But it turns out that it also works for this tiny little bakery lot. This lot is so sweet, and I'm going to pack it full of delicious things to eat. This is a refrigerated dessert display. It's part of the delightful bakery set. It is from Veronica at LiveJournal. I have so many of her things, and if you ever watch this, Veronique, thank you very much. So she is another one who likes to convert things from The Sims 3 and Sims 4 to The Sims 2. And so she has done an entire bakery set, which is fantastic. I have most of it in the game. These one-tile versions of the bakery set, let's see, I think it's Must Love Cats. Yes. Must Love Cats. And she has a Tumblr. She may have also put them on Mod The Sims, it says here. So go and check those out. And very important to add a little extra, otherwise I would have had to use the normal base game refrigerators. Excuse me. Okay, over here, super tiny little bookstore and coffee house. Using, many of you guys will know this the minute I put these down here and forgot to put them up. Anyway, using these X&M's dessert cart. I looked around for recolors of this dessert cart and I have not found any. So if you know of some, please let us know in the comments, because it just has this one color and I just love to have it in, like, I don't know, it'd be cool if it could be Slave to Kitchen Basic, but I mean, I just take some basic recolors. I'm not going to get picky. Really, the person asking is not in the position to get picky. Anyway, so yeah, little bookstore here that these books will be set for sale, and then some books for reading. This is the coffee espresso bar, and it is set to invisible. I have an invisible recolor, so I can put it on top of any counter, like so. In the back is a little area to eat and a pond. This pond is by Holy Smoly. It's called the Little Utopia Pond. And I don't know, I don't think Holy Smoly's site is still up. I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure that there are numerous links as to where people have saved their content, because their content was fantastic. The bakery set comes with this really neat little cash register. Check this cash register out. Look at this. I love it. So cool. Little coins. This is great. This lot was kind of a pain to set up as far as the layout of it, because I really needed to have the upstairs be blocked off from Sims walking up the stairs and going up to the kitchen, which they will do if left on their own devices. And so I needed to kind of block off the stairs, and this is what I came up with. I tried several other ways, but that was the way that tended to work. Upstairs, another little bathroom just for employees only, and the bakery kitchen. This stove is part of the bakery set that I just mentioned by Veronica. And these windows are the Thorpe build set again. And I think I told you where the Thorpe build set is from. Did I? I don't think so. Let's see. I should just start saying Veronica every 20 seconds because that's basically where so much of my stuff is from. In any case, that's a build set for a 3-2 build set from Veronica. Okay, so I think that's it for the Parkside lots. But now we have one more lot to do, and this is the lot that I am so pleased with because I didn't really feel up to recording, so I thought, let me just go ahead and build the school lot, even though we don't have any children yet to go to it. And so I just spent the evening making this lot. So let's head on over and take a look at the little schoolhouse. Yay! Schoolhouse! I had inspiration for this, quite a lot of inspiration, actually. Let me see here. This, a little hard to see, was one of them. But basically, I just Googled Little Red Schoolhouse to kind of get an idea of, obviously it's just one room, but I wanted the cupola look, and I needed to have it be a little bit bigger. There's another one as well too. And I wanted to know what windows and doors would look best. So this is my version that I came up with, and even though the other buildings were so much more complicated, this one is the one that I'm really proud of because I was able to do it in one try without having to mess up too badly. So this is a little playground area, obviously, but one of the things that I was going to do, I could not, this is a little simmer thing. I could not put tile under this. I had to put terrain paint that looked like sand or something soft, because if the poor kids fell off of their monkey bar or flew off of this, I wanted them to have a soft landing. From a gameplay perspective, it matters not. But from my heart's perspective, it matters much. So these wonderful playground recolors are by Haffy. I am saying Hafi, and God, I don't know how. Hafisa Azael? Oh, somebody help me. You guys, I know you know some of her. Some of you know her. She is a prolific recolorist and defaulter. Okay, so this is the room. It's really simple, but I have a plan. She said confidently. This is once again the buffet for lunchtime, piano for learning creativity. And then when I play this lot, the teacher will have in her inventory different things that she can take out for the free play period, basically. So basically I'll just have it be like, and I'm not really going to go like exactly at the clock and all that kind of stuff, but basically in the mornings you do schoolwork, desk work. In the afternoons you'll do free play or creative play, basically. So that is when you just take out different things. The teacher will take out different things from her inventory, like, and I made sure that the things that I wanted, like the candy crafting station, would fit in this area right here. So everything, basically, and the teacher will train students on the different craft machines, and there'll be one on this side, and then over here I'll put another one, some other thing that I can use, like the surgical station, for example, without clipping into that window. Anyway, so and then the kids will be able to train on whatever is out that day. As well, over here I created a spot for a crafting station, and the same thing will apply. I'll just take out this crafting station, put it in our inventory, and put down, for example, the toy bench instead. So it'll just switch out. That was one of the things that when making a smaller hood I was concerned about, is like in the school when you need to have so many different things out, before I realized that they don't all have to be out at the same time all the time. And I went, oh. Sometimes there'll be gym type stuff, or the day will be available for gym. So you'll put out the ballet bar, which is not coming out. I don't know why. Let's see if I can find it over here. Ballet bar. There we go. So the ballet bar will come out and go against the wall. And also I will use these little mats as well too. This can come out and go outside. We have a tiny back area to play with. I might even just put it like right here or something like that for the day, or here. I've always liked the idea of our kids doing things which could later be hung up or sold for money to help the school. And so that's one of the things that these easels are for. This is a new set that just came out in the last week or two. And it is, for many years, I've talked about how much I love the easel set from Anaweska B at TSR called Maxis Easels Made More Functional or something like that. But unfortunately, it only really had one easel, which didn't really bother me because the easel was fine. It had 3 versions of it. It had a small version for children, one for the table, and the regular standing floor easel. And recently, a wonderful modder over at Plum Bob Keep came out with this expanded set, which includes a bunch of easels from different creators, including this one, which is one that I've used before. So now you have a lot of different choice for easels, but yet you still get the same cool functions of being able to make paintings that are square, rectangular, oval, and all the added things that the more functional easel set provides. Also, there is a garden over here for the Sims. I'm wondering, I have the ability to grow our own cow plant. Over here, oh, and I can also grow, here's a cow plant one, and here is a pumpkin one. Since I don't have traditional holidays in this hood, I will decide maybe we just grow the pumpkins in fall or something like that, in autumn. Okay, so that is this lot. Tiny little bathroom, tiny little space. Oh, and also, I did have right here, I must have deleted it, don't know why, but I'm going to have a way for her to give skills to Sims, to do her skilling. Might use this one, depending. One is for badges and one is for skills. But there'll be some kind of podium there for her to teach the kids, and then also she will help them with their homework. And yeah, I'll put up the Simlogical tokens that go around go up on the wall that assign the kids. I'll do that once we actually have some children to assign. So let's head on back out to the hood. So just to give you a frame of reference for this hood, for those of you just coming in, this over here is the business district, which I haven't built out yet. These lots are kind of placeholder lots for right now. This is Kathy's store. We've been here before. This is the general store. Over here is the flop house. This is basically considered, this area is basically considered downtown right here. When I designed the hood, I wanted a central lot, then some lots next to it. The schoolhouse, a kind of park or walking area. This is basically just decoration. And then over here, St. Agatha's in the cemetery, which is going along nicely. I have play tested it. It's running very well. It was very funny to see the Sims sitting down and watching our vicar give a sermon, and the Sims just sit there so very, very polite and listen, trying, as their souls are saved. And here's the vicarage, which we will be playing as well too. We'll probably get to him last in this introductory rotation. We've played the Sullen Sisters. So in the next episode, I think we're going to be heading across the bridge to this special lot. And the Lighthouse Keepers. And I am really looking forward to that. One last thing. When you're decorating your hood, think not only of all the things that I have shared with you that I try and think about, such as cohesiveness, how everything looks somewhat similar, as if, that's what really brings a village together, particularly my favorite little English country villages where all the houses are built of similar stone or the same stone. So think about that, but I also wanted to think about height as well too. From back here, I wanted the tallest structure in the hood to be the church steeple. And then from there, I wanted the next tallest structure to be the lighthouse and the town hall. So think about, the height of your village as well too, as well as the layout, how the tall buildings might be grouped together, or what you want to be seen from all over the hood, because the steeple can be seen from every single area in the hood. Over here, I really wanted the town hall to be the tallest, most majestic building, but not to overshadow or outdo in glory our church steeple. So I made sure to put this right here at the top, a little weather vane, so that this building was tall and majestic enough. So I want to thank you so much for joining me for this episode. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here for more of The Sims 2 in the next episode. And as always, thank you so much for watching.